Come, follow me on this page. Let's talk about that problem. Trust me, together we can solve it. Lifereals is here to help you.
No need to be worried. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. One step at a time. No need to be worried.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Depends on where you're watching me from. My name is Florence, and I'm your uncle for Lifereals. So, happy Sunday, people. Happy Sunday, great family. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Lifereals with Florence and onuma. You guys know I'm always very excited to connect with you guys. Well, in fact, I don't know. It is well. Welcome to Lifereals with Florence and onuma. Okay, how was Sunday today? Did you go to church? Well, I did, and I was blessed, and I hope you are blessed too. Well, today is yet another day that we meet together to hold this conversation in a family setting with lovely people like you. Like you always know, I tell you that Lifereals was created to create a community of people of like minds who are willing to bear and share each other's burden. And that is what we are here to do. We are here to look at those things that bother us, look at those things that excite us, look at those things that we can do to better our lives. That's what we are here for. And I'm glad that you are also here with me, that you're part of this family. So like we normally do, please share the link. Share the link. Rita, you're here already. Welcome. You're always the first to arrive. I appreciate you for your consistency and your punctuality. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rita. I want you to share the link. You guys share the link. Share the link. Share the link. Yep. Let's go. Each one tell one. Okay, take the gong. Go out there and then go. Lifereals is on. Yes, please, each one tell one. Tell your neighbor, tell your friends, tell them Lifereals is on. I always tell you that you can never come on this show and go back the same. You always go with something, at least very, very experiential. And, from somebody's experience, you'll be able to learn one or two things. So I want you to join. It's right for today's topic. Today's topic is one thing I want to really talk about because it just played out the way it is. It played out. When I read the story, I know that it played out the way I know it was going to play out with things like that. So we're going to talk about it. Illusion of comfort zone. We're going to talk about it while we are sharing the link. Lola Wericha is here. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you for connecting. Please share the link. Let other people join. Okay, so last week we talked about The Wait is Over. The Wait is Over is a story that was sent to us by Pauline. Pauline is married to Eric. They were living in Sweden at the time. And then the husband decided that he wanted to relocate to Africa to start an agro business because his friend, childhood friend, classmate, encouraged him to come. And he knew that guy was going to help him, with the business. And he was also going to help the guy with the business. The way we are, when we have our childhood friends and, when we are a step ahead of them, we try to carry them along. That was what Eric did, started an agro business and put his childhood friend in charge. So he brought his family back from Sweden, and they stayed back in Cameroon to do the agro business. Along the line, the friend became greedy and poisoned him, put some substance in his mouth, which, resulted in him having a stroke, and then it was terrible. The son was with him. I don't know what they did to the son. He lost his memory. So nobody knew what happened to Eric. But along the line, the wife took him back to Sweden, and he didn't recover completely, but they're still, like he said, they're still on it. But when the child, Eric's son that was with him, when whatever happened, regained his memory, he was able to tell the mother. It was uncle that put something in daddy's mouth. And that was how they were able to trace it back to that uncle, Eric's childhood friend, whom he entrusted with his business. Apparently, that one had squandered money and was looking for a way to cover his track. And that he wanted to just unalive Eric because he wanted to either take over the business or cover his track. That was what we told them last week. And the wait for the search of the culprit was over because they found him and the law took his course, and Eric is still trying to recover from whatever they gave to him. That was what we did. Victoria, Vicky White, you're here. Thank you for connecting. Honora Godfrey, thank you for connecting. Thank you so much. I can see you guys. Yes, please share as you join. Share the link. Yes, Victor, watching from Lagos. Yep, you can see. Share as you join. That's true. Please share as you join. Let other people connect. Okay, you see this country, and when it's cold, it's extremely cold. When it's hot, it's extremely hot. I've never seen anything like this. Somebody can be in the air conditioner and you're still sweating. Okay. Yeah, please share the link, share the link, share the link, share the link, share the link. So today we have a very interesting topic to treat. Somebody wrote us and we want everybody to be. I really, really want people to come in today so that we can share this story together. Because the writer at the end of it asks a question, which we are all going to answer at the end of the day. And when you come in, please, when the story is read out, or if you've read the story, please do not keep quiet. I want you to contribute, and I want you to also like this, the live broadcast, and then share, and then comment. Comment, yeah. So we are waiting for people to come in. We're waiting for people to come in. So I also want to appreciate a lot of you that have been. Lola Woliche is watching from Lagos. Thank you. Oh, Sister Vera, you are here. Deaconess Vera. Yes, please let's share for others to learn. That's correct. Thank you so much. I appreciate. This is one great family. I love this family. I love this family of God, so closely knitted into one. We are closely knitted into one. Everybody say share, because we know that we all are going to be beneficiaries of this story today. So please, let's share. Thank you so much. Each one tell one. There are people I have not seen here. And the regulars. Rosemary Obona, thank you for connecting. Good afternoon, Mommy Sick Momsy. Thank you, Rosemary. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Please share the link. Share the link. I'm not going to waste so much time because I really want us to dissect this story. So I'm just going to jump into it immediately without wasting much time. The story is on the page. I posted on the page, so you can also read it from the page and then get ready your own contribution, questions, answers, advice, and all that. Okay? All right. You guys know I appreciate you so much, right? You guys know that you are my heartbeats. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You guys make me happy any day I come here. Yes, you guys make me happy. You people, they boss my dada, they boss my dada. Okay, so let's go. My sincere appreciation goes out to Mrs. Florence for the opportunity to share my story here on Lifereals. Thank you. I feel fulfilled knowing that there are people out there who genuinely want to hear me out. My name is Adeola. I am a Nigerian of the Yoruba descent. I got married at quite a young age to my husband and had a daughter with him. My husband is a northerner, and getting married to just one wife didn't exactly sit well with his family, as their custom and religion permits marrying more than one wife. Getting married to my husband seemed to be the best decision of my life. Ooh. He made me feel safe and at ease. He never let me walk and always made sure I was comfortable. He even promised never to marry a second wife or keep a side chick so as to avoid hurting me. Nice guy, you see. Our world literally revolved around each other. Ooh. Before I met him, I had things going well in my fashion designing and fabric business. He convinced me to let go of my business and promised to keep the world under my feet by providing all my needs. I could see that with time, his family began to accept that I was the absolute love of their son's life. I remember the first miscarriage I had. I was so scared to let him know because I know it will break his heart. Somehow he found out. Surprisingly, he took it gracefully, but he chided me for planning to keep it a secret. I couldn't believe he was real, especially as good men were really hard to cry. Not long after, God blessed us with a daughter. My husband was very excited. He made me feel like a goddess. I still remember the whispers among our neighbors of how my husband had been put under a spell by me. My life seemed perfect, but not for long, as fate seemed to have changed the game by playing a different card. My husband suddenly lost his job. Wow. And everything began to slowly dwindle. We could no longer afford to take care of ourselves, let alone our priceless daughter. His family began to treat me differently, something sort of how bad luck people are treated. I couldn't have avoided it, at least, so I figured later. My husband began to get upset at every little thing. I began to wish I hadn't let go of my business. I decided to get back to it, but it was difficult. I had lost sense of creativity and trend while relaxing too much into my comfort zone. I became a liability. I was lagging behind in everything. I managed to get an offer to partner with a big fashion brand. My husband and his family refused because they didn't like the idea of me being more successful than their son. In a realistic sense, that was what it was. But in disguise, it just felt this opportunity would stress me out. Every day, I never failed to miss the stinking bite from my mother-in-law's tongue. My husband once told me I was proof that God actually made a mistake in creation. One fateful day, I bumped into my elder sister, whom I had severe all ties with some years back. We had had a misunderstanding, and her disapproval of me getting married to my husband was the last straw that broke the camel's back. We agreed to talk things out and had to admit how much we had missed each other. I had to tell her everything, and of course, she didn't disappoint me in raining curses and abuses on my husband and his family. As the days went by, we kept talking, and she slowly started selling me the idea of finding myself again. I told her that I was fine because I didn't want issues in my marriage. She assertively told me that I only wanted to remain in the illusion of what I thought was my comfort zone. She even offered to help me bag a deal with the biggest fashion companies in London with a branch in Lagos, Nigeria. I spent days and nights thinking about this offer. I thought about my daughter too. Taking her off meant I would have to walk away from my husband and his narcissistic family. However, I didn't want to leave my daughter behind. I guess I didn't want her to grow up hating me and taking on the narcissistic trait of the father's family. Days crawled into weeks and weeks into months until I decided to step into the unknown. I decided that if I start over and step out of the illusion, I would have to do it on my own. And yes, I decided to take my daughter, so I took everything I had left, leaving everything my husband had given me, which was his instruction, except my daughter. My husband swore that I would never amount to anything without him. He laughed and said he'd love to see me grow blossom without him. Something still nudges at my conscience. Is there a better approach to have taken in navigating this path? I relocated to Ibadan, leaving Abuja and all its bad memories. I still hope that my husband wouldn't turn out right. Madam Florence, do you think he would? We will find out. We will find out. Okay, guys. Okay, hi, Chief Abando just joined. Hassana Mohammed, thank you for coming. Annette Mark, thank you. Femi Bepe, thank you so much for connecting. Thank you. I appreciate all Ekri's voice. Thank you so much for connecting. Indeed, Clarice, thank you for connecting. Thank you so much. Ooh, now we are talking. We are talking, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking. Yes. Let's go, please. You heard the story. I'm sure if you didn't hear it, it's on the wall. We can read it from the wall. But let me briefly summarize the story. This is the story of Adeola, as she calls herself, from Nigeria. Adeola is from Nigeria, and she's writing us from Nigeria too, maybe from Ibadan, right? West Africa. So Adeola says she got married to her husband when she was quite young. Her husband is from the north, apparently maybe a Muslim. The man was so nice. The man treated her like a princess, a goddess, and gave her the whole world, loved her to the moon and back, told her to give up her business, and that he would take care of her, which he did. He actually did. And, they have a daughter who was the world, meant the whole world to them. Well, along the line, even the family accepted the fact that their son was in love with this girl, and they treated her, as such. But along the line, the man lost his job, and then things changed. The man became frustrated, as it were, lost his, his cool. I think the slightest provocation, called her names. The family too turned against her. Started treating her like she's the witch that was bringing bad luck to the man. Anyway, everything now spiraled to her leaving the marriage to start again. So now we are looking at a young girl that had a thriving business, and the husband said, leave your business. I'm going to take care of you. And she left the business. We are still looking at a young girl who could not understand that this man that didn't have a job, that used to be very comfortable and take care of you, just lost his job, and as such, was going to affect him. And we're looking at a young girl who couldn't go back to her business, because of she has lost touch with reality and trend. So everything put together, what would you think, or what do you think happened to this lady? What do you think contributed to the downfall of her marriage? What do you think brought about the turnaround in her lovely, lovely marriage? I want your comment in the comment section. I have my view on this, but I want to hear from you, because you have heard the story from beginning to the end, how it started, how it middled, and how it ended. What do you think, from your own point of view? What do you think she didn't do right? Or what do you think the man didn't do right? Or what do you think the girl did right? Or what do you think the family didn't do right? Everybody is a player in this game, right? So let's hear from you. I want your comment. I want your comment. The marriage is all over now. She left. One sweet and happy home broken because somebody took the wrong decision. What do you think she should have done? Just articulate your thoughts. I'll be right back.
Lifereals with Florence onuma.
One step at a
My name is Florence Onuma. I am the anchor of Lifereals. Lifereals was created to reach out to people that need somebody to talk to, a shoulder to lean on, an avenue for people to express themselves instead of blocking things up.
Don't need to be worried. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. Yeah. I know you've been wondering why I
I'm
think
going to tell you how they turn their lemons into lemonade. I have been through a lot myself, and I'm also here to share my experiences with you. You know what? I've been betrayed. Welcome back. Welcome back to Lifereals with Florence and onuma. So we're talking about a young girl, Adela, whose marriage, caved in because of financial pressure. The man was rich at the point, and then along the line lost his job, and everything started spiraling So, and I'm asking, judging from the story Adela told us, whose fault was it that that marriage ended? Was it Adela's fault? Was she wrong to have left the man? Was the man wrong to have told Adela not to work? Was Adela wrong to have let her thriving business? Who was at fault? Because I can see clearly who is at fault here. All right? I want to hear from you. I want to hear. If I appreciate you guys too, I appreciate you so much. Thank you. If I want, I'm looking beautiful. Let me pause. Thank you so much. That's an amazing. Thank you. Annette Mark said beautiful. Oh, I'm blushing. Okay, so I want to hear from you guys. What do you think happened to Adiola and the husband? What do you think? Thank you so much, Isabella. Thank you. I need us to really talk about this today. Okay, let me start. Let me open it up here. For some of us that when we get married, right, we become full housewives. This is what can happen to a woman. There is more to life than marriage and having children. And let me tell you guys something. There's no romance without finance. A man that doesn't have time for romance. So if you get married to a billionaire, tell him you want to either work or do business. You must have something you're doing. I have some friends whose husbands are very rich, but they are still working like their husband don't have nothing. You know why? That man must not see you as a liability. He might have been the one that told you don't work. This is where I advise women, a little bit of stubbornness can help you here. Because any man that is comfortable, that is rich, the first thing they want to tell their wife is, I don't want you to work. I don't know if it's love or security, because first of all, some of them say, oh, I don't want people ordering my wife around. I don't want people doing this. I don't want people doing that. But nobody knows tomorrow, right? Anything can go wrong. Like the man lost his job. Now romance has flown out of the window. Let's assume that girl still had a business. Let's assume she kept her business. It wouldn't have been bad. She would have taken the mantle from there. Start supporting the family until the man is able to get himself back. But she relaxed in her comfort zone. She was living in a fool's paradise. What makes a man happy is money. If a man doesn't have money, forget about being happy. The man doesn't get joy. A man can only see that you're beautiful when he has money. When he has money in his pocket to spend, he will see your beauty. Then he will not say, I don't want any man to touch this beautiful wife of mine. But when there's no money, you look like a monster to him. You heard what the man told her? The man told her, God made a mistake by dating you. That princess, that queen, that wife that he loves so much has suddenly become a mistake that God made during creation. So what am I trying to say in essence? Why is this in freezing though? You know? So what am I trying to say in essence? Don't live in fool's paradise, especially in the Nigeria of these days. Don't. Okay, so I don't know where I lost you guys, because this, a lot of Rachel said the husband got it wrong when they told her not to practice her profession, forgetting that the world is not a bed of roses. The world is not a bed of roses. Tomorrow is not certain. Nobody knows what will happen tomorrow. What if the man sleeps and don't wake up? Who takes care of you and your child? So most women make this mistake. Oh, my husband said don't work. Really? Your husband said don't work, and you sat down. In the morning, if they'll serve you food, you will eat. They'll bring maid, they'll bring a cook, they'll bring driver, they'll bring every, that we Nigerians know how to live life now. Yes, soft life. And the man couldn't bring out money to start a business. Okay, you even have a business that you left. So you are content. You understand? Satisfied with waking up in the morning and sitting down at home. Now, does it make sense? Now you have seen where a beautiful marriage, how it crumbled because of financial pressure. I think the woman is to be blamed. Because most times, our husbands, they don't see beyond, their nose. At that time, they have that money. That's all that matters to them. At that time, they have that money. That money is all that. But we, the women, we think of this, we think of that. What if we are very proactive? Women are very, very proactive. That is why they tell that behind every successful man, there is a woman. But I will tell you for free that you committed a very big blunder as a woman. I cannot imagine myself sitting down and be eating food. It gives you even joy to spend your money, the money that you make from your sweat. Even when the man is giving you money, even when the man gives you ₦1 million every month for upkeep, which is nothing now, right? The little 100,000 you make by yourself is so gratifying. It's so nice, so sweet to spend. Now look at how you messed up your marriage. If I were the family, I would also call you bad luck. I'll call you bad luck. Because you just sat down and everything just went right before you. Everything went right before you. And then you did not realize that you made a mistake. Then you got another offer to partner with, to partner with some fashion houses? And they also told you you don't have to do it, and you accepted. Okay, you not do well. Now you cause this problem. You don't do well. That time that the man had fallen because he hadn't a job, and you got that offer, you will have taken that offer. And if you had accepted that offer and began to make money, the man will begin to see that you are very enterprising, that you are, you are lazy. Trust me, Adiola. You are lazy, because if you're not lazy, that's not food for you. And somebody tells you, oh, that job you want to go and take, it will stress you. Then you said you knew that they didn't want you to have more money than the man. You knew that, you knew the game, and yet you listened to them. Eventually you left this man. So you should have accepted that particular, offer. Then the man said you should leave with his house. Then you have a reason to leave, because you know that things are difficult and you wanted to help, and the man is saying no because of ego. So if the man has sent you out of the house at that time, then the whole world understands that, hey, listen, you told this woman not to work, and now things are getting bad, and this woman is trying to help, and you still want her to stay. How do you want to cope? How do you want to cope financially? And I trust that man would have sent you out. You would have been angry for a while, and then he'll get used to you making that money, and he will start enjoying that money with you. But they told you, no, that job is going to stress you, and you sat down because you have this. You were disillusioned. You didn't know what you wanted out of life. Then you start calling the narcissists and this. No, you are the one that did wrong. You are the one that was not proactive. You are the one that did not, anyway, let me look at comment from here. Okay, so Lola Rachel said the husband got it wrong when they told her not to practice her profession. Forget that the world is not a better. But she also got it wrong by listening. Somebody like me, I will not listen. I will not listen. Once I know I'm doing it with a clear conscience and I am trying to, be useful, productive, knowing that nobody knows tomorrow, I will not listen. I will go ahead with my business. Because I had that business before I married you. All you need to do was to earn more money for me so the business can be big. It becomes a family business. I wouldn't have listened to the man. So yes, the man was in error, but the girl was in a bigger error. Because as the woman of the house, she should have been proactive. Fidelia, good evening. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Good evening, Fidelia. Happy Sunday. Hi, Chief. When men lose their jobs or businesses, depression sets in. Secondly, he loses his confidence and whatever behavior he exhibits as a result of the loss of money. Exactly. This is coming from a guy now. It's coming from a man. I can tell you for free that when men don't have money, the biggest victim is their wife. Because that's the person they will put all their frustration on. And because I don't want anybody to let their frustration on me, I will go out there and be making small money, even when you are a millionaire or a billionaire. I'm making small money in case tomorrow things change. We might not be able to maintain the same standard, but at least we will not be down and out completely. Yes, he said when men lose their job or businesses, they lose their confidence. Anything you say to them at that time is insult. Things you ordinarily say, and they will look at it and say, go and sit down, baby. When you now say because they don't have money, they say, you see, because I don't have money. That's what they will say. And before you know it, they become very cranky. And then you that used to get it being pampered, you say, oh, he doesn't love me again. It's not a matter of not loving you. It's a matter of not loving you. It's a matter of the man is depressed. The man has lost his confidence. He has lost his, what makes him an odogu? What makes him a dogu is his money. And he has lost the means of getting that money. So you being there for him doesn't even, for him, why do you think men will use their wives and their children to do, things that should not be mentioned? Because at that time they don't have money. You don't mean nothing to them. You don't mean nothing to them. Okay, read answer for I don't like having a heart-to-heart talk with your husband. I don't like having a heart-to-heart talk with your husband would have made him see reason for your decision. He might be nursing thoughts on your new decision or feel you might not be safe out there. Okay. Feel you might not be, where is it again? Okay, but I think persuading him will surely make him see reasons. After all, he is still for the family benefit. Exactly. As for the new decision, since you're sure you can do it and that's what you really want, please go for it. From now, from how you describe your husband, he loves you. I pray that love will bring back both of you together. As for this family, please forget about their church. Okay, so what you said is true, Rita. Very true. Knowing the extent of the love that man has for you, I don't think you should have left with your daughter, no matter what. But I thought what I would have thought you would do is stay in that house and exhibit a little bit of stubbornness by getting something to do. He will call you names. When you go looking for the job, he can even call you, you're going out there to look for men. What do you mean? Which work are you going to do? But trust me, when you start making money and he finds out that you're genuinely making money, not because you want to do stuff that are not that indecent, he will come back and appreciate you. You see, a little bit of what do you think? Who do you think a virtuous woman is? A virtuous woman does not sit in the house. The Bible says he wakes up early in the morning and takes a trip to a far distance to go and make money. She will buy house, land, and build. She will buy clothes. She will do everything for the family. That's what a virtuous woman does. Do you think the husband cannot say, where are you going this early morning? She go tell and say, I'm coming. Your food is somewhere there. When you wake up, eat your food, I'm coming. She doesn't sit down to look at the man's face. No man wants the wife to go out there and do anything, trust me. But if you know what you want out of life, you will get up and do the needful. Adiola is the one at fault here. So she has to go back to her husband. She has to go back. You are the one that told her this man is like your Romeo. This one is this man is this. How did that man that changed? Something made him change, and what made him change is because he lost his job and he lost his money, which happens to every man. Once they're no longer able to take care of you, they feel bad, they feel frustrated, they feel inadequate, and when they are feeling like that, the only person they can vent their frustration on is you, the woman. That was the time you were supposed to get up and take the mantle and run and say, listen, shame no will catch us for this house. How about? Okay, Rita, Luchi, okay, Victoria, thank you so much for connecting. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rita. You are on point, my Florence, exactly. Both of them are to take the blame. I think both of them are to take the blame, but the woman, I'm talking from the point of view of a woman, and I am talking from the point of view of an experienced person. Most decisions we make at times for the benefit of the family, initially our husbands don't support us. They don't support us. But when you look back and forth and you know that, hey, this is going to benefit us in the long run, you will put your head. You put your head. They take the head. They take the head. In the long run, the man will come back and tell you that was the best decision they ever made in life. So I've seen a lot of men that tell their wife don't work, and the woman will sit down. Along the line, the man will just buy, and the woman becomes a beggar, a destitute, just because you decided to become what? Redundant in your comfort zone. That's living the life of, you are, that's an illusion of comfort. It's not comfort. It's really an illusion of comfort. But okay, on point. Fidelity, you can say on point. Lola Wariche said, I don't blame her because she was too young to know that she should be making her money in case where her husband has no work. But she was not too young to start a business. She was not too young to start it. She was just enjoying soft life. But trust me, there are some people that are even younger that would have made a better decision. Especially if you're someone that is enterprising. Who wants to sit at home and be useless? Who wants to sit at home? In the morning, people are going to work. You'll be sitting at home and watching TV. Is that life? Kedugi, bute my breakfast. Kedugi, tinye munka. Kedugi, banyele Netflix. Kedugi, unodogu. That is not a fulfilling life, if you ask me. Fidelity Ibekwe said, what are wrong? She shouldn't have quit her career. Exactly. Fidelity Ibekwe, the woman should be blamed too. Exactly. No matter what, love is never enough. When we're growing up, there's one song that we used to sing. No romance without fineness. Guy, nothing in life is free. That's why I'm asking you, what can you do for me? I've got responsibilities, so I'm looking for a man who got some money in his bank. Nothing goes for nothing. I believe in something. You got to have something if you want to be with me. Oh, life is too serious. Love still mysterious. Fine girl like me needs security. I say nothing's going on with the rent. You got to have a J-O-B if you want to be with me. I say no romance without finance. You see, you got to have a J-O-B. If you want that love to continue, you got to have a J-O-B. You got to have some money in your bank. Somebody got to have money. Somebody got to be making the money. Two of you got to be out there making the money. When one is done, the other person will support. That's what it is. You cannot live. It's even very distressing. It's even very, when you leave one person to be out there making, at times it can be consuming. Let's forget about these people now. Imagine you start every day. Well, Papa, we take go Maggie, we take go no, we take go say, we take go care, we take go care. You know they're tired to beg for money. There are certain things as a woman you can just decide to do them on your own, even when the man has all the money. Before the man says, baby, I've done it. Or I made your special food. How do you get money? Of course, am I not working? You give your family a treat because you are working. The man should not know at times when you want to give them a treat. The man shouldn't even know that you want to give a treat. But if you go and collect money, he will know that you want to do something. How about? Hey, I beg you. All right, but okay. The woman should be okay. The woman should be. Read and suffer say, gone are the days people just sit at home and answer Oriako. Exactly. Oriako. It doesn't work. Not even in this Tinubu era. No matter what, love is never enough. Okay. Yes, nobody knows tomorrow. Do not quit, even if you marry Dangote. Still manage your business. That's my idea. Yeah, that's my sentiment too. Table can turn anytime. Exactly. Precious Okore, on point. Good evening, Precious. K. Foster. Yes, she should have stayed and resumed her business. She didn't have to leave. Exactly. So let's get more comment. That's what it is. That is what it is. Now, honestly, if you ask me, that man doesn't have a blame because he acted like a man. He acted like a man, and the girl didn't act like a woman, like a virtuous woman. Now the marriage is Casablanca, has scattered. She took her child and ran away. That doesn't solve the problem. I think she should have stayed back and fix it. Go through, after when there was so much money, there was enjoyment, right? They pampered you, the family pampered you, the man pampered you. Now there's no money, everybody is frustrated and they're calling you names. And if they call you, you call them name back, all of them go stay for that place, fix them. I know your sister played a very major role because she didn't like the man from the word go. That's a man whose culture and religion support him marrying many wives, but he tried to stick with you. That should tell you something. That should tell you that the man genuinely loved you, but whatever is happening, that he's frustrated. The family too is frustrated. You too, you are frustrated because you chose to do the wrong thing. So I would have advised you to go back there and fix that marriage. Go back there and fix it. Why are you a helpmate? Is it for better, for stay, and for worse, for go? No. But for better, for worse, for better, for worse. That's what it is. Whatever you're doing, go back. Whatever business you want to do, go back. And the man said, it's not like you're not going to amount to anything without him. No, that's the talk of a frustrated man. And moreover, you made him feel that way. You made him feel that you cannot amount to anything without him because he made you lose your business and you agreed. You agreed. The weather is hot. God. You see? So, That's the end of the story. She says something. Okay, she says something still nudges at my conscience. Yes. Is there a better approach to have taken in navigating this path? Yes. That's a better approach. And that approach should have been you stay right there and fix whatever has gone bad. Fix it. Start small. They will laugh at you. They will cuss you out. They will call you names. But start small. It's only a matter of time. If your business will grow again, or the man will get his job again, and you will be happy again. Living with your daughter is not the best approach. It's not the best approach. Because you just made them call the man a fool for loving you, for trusting you, for sticking with you. That's what you just did. Regardless of what the man said to you, it was out of frustration. Whatever the family is saying to you, it was out of frustration. And I know that whatever you did, it was out of frustration. But at the end of the day, you, the woman, you will, because you are the one that allowed this thing to get to this point, because you decided to play Odogu's wife. You have to go back and fix your marriage. It's not because you will not amount to anything, because nobody is God, but your conscience. The Bible said, if your conscience does not judge you, then you are okay, because God is bigger than your conscience. Everything is your conscience. If your conscience is telling you that you took the wrong step, then I don't like you took the wrong step. I can tell you that too, that you took the wrong step by leaving your marriage because of, hard time. It's not like the man is beating you. It's not like the man is violent. It's not like, anything. It's just that things are difficult, then you left. So please, I think you have good memories in Abuja, really. Because from what you told us from the beginning of the story, you had good time with that man. So you need to carry your load and go back to Abuja and apologize to them and tell them, let's make this work. Let's make it work. If not, trust me, when storms come in marriages, it's not for one party to run away. You guys have to learn to weather the storm. As long as there is love, you can weather the storm together. So, Adola, I will advise you to go back. I don't know what other people have to say. What do you have to say, Adola? Yes, you should have stayed. K Foster said, you have stayed and resumed your business. You shouldn't have left. You see? Thank you, Ifeanyi. The man is very frustrated. Yes, it's frustration. That's true. She shouldn't have left in a situation like this. She would have explained her intention to the husband. He would have seen reason to believe in her. Exactly. Yeah, because honestly, leaving is just an error. I'm sure your sister played a major role because she never liked the man. She should have known better. She should have known better. Your son never liked the man and then talked you into leaving. Trust me, you're going to regret it. That man is going to bounce back. I think if he bounces back, he's going to come look for you. He will not look for you. But when things were tough for him, you worked out on him. So we are advising you on Lifereals to go back and fix your marriage. Tough time don't last, but tough people do. She should have stayed and handled everything in front of the husband. Exactly. True. Absolute. Your vow is through good and bad times. Yes, the K for star. Mr. Godfrey Liche, you are here too. Thank you for connecting. Good evening, Lifereals. I am sorry for joining late. It's okay. I've gone through Adola's story and I must commend her courage in taking the bull by the horn and thank God for the sister who assisted her pick up herself and start over again. The husband family had already turned against her. Yes, I think they did turn against her because they were frustrated. Imagine people they chop for table, all of them come they chop for floor. And that man is supposedly the breadwinner, the one taking care of everybody and sure. All of a sudden now, money no day again. Who they want blame? Now the wife. Mr. Godfrey, now the wife then go blame. You know, the one thing's done around, but the woman they get the blame. But the woman didn't do the right thing by staying idle. What is she picking up? That's something to pick up because she had nothing on the floor before. She left the business. She left the business. All she should have done is to stay back and tell the husband, I'm resuming my business. Go for 1 or 2 training. You know, she said she lost touch with reality and, you know, the trending fashion. You know that when it comes to fashion business, there are new things happening every year, every month, every week. All she has done is go back and kind of refresh herself and go back into business. Or find something else to do to make money. That's what it would have been. But she left. She left, which I don't think is the right thing to do. But if she feels, I don't like, if you feel you did the right thing, if there's something you didn't tell us, but if it's based on what you told us here in this story, I think you should go back and fix your marriage. Yes. But if there's any other thing that transpired that you didn't tell us, then we won't know. Okay? Go back and fix your marriage because your husband really loved you and, you know, he was there for you all through. All through. Judging from being a northerner and a Muslim, you know, and all that. He said he was going to keep you happy, make you this, make you that. Those things mean anything to you? Those things he did when he had the money. Most times men are bad when they have money. Men are arrogant when they have money. Men are just the worst picture of man being saw on them when they have money. But this one had money and still was good to you. You see, you should have known that what happened was that the man was frustrated because he lost his job. I don't know if there's another one that has something to say. That is my own take. If you have something else to say on this issue, please put it in the comment section. I want you to also share the link, share this broadcast to other people. Let them look at it, let them listen, let them watch the video and learn from it. Every woman, I'm saying it here now, if you're part of this family, don't be redundant. Don't be a burden to your husband or to anybody for that matter. There are 1,001 things you can do. There are things you can do with small money. There are things you can even do without money. You're also listening down here. As long as that is legit, as long as it's legit, I will do it to make money. Even if it means going to somebody's house and be washing plates for them. That is how I can tackle lack. Even if it means going to somebody's house. When I get plates, make I wash. When I get clothes, I go wash them. No, not pay me. Me that is still down here. People that know me know that I can do it. So when there's money, enjoy. When there's no money, find a way out of it. Nothing one no go fit do to make money as long as it's legitimate. It's not immoral. It's not illegal. I say I go sell tomatoes. Say if it comes to that, I go put counter and sell them. Make money, feed my children. So if you're a woman here and your excuse is that, oh, I don't have a job, oh, I didn't, my husband say, let your husband be saying, you know, until one day now, something will happen now. Odogu will say, okay, in no dogu again. Find something useful to do with your time. Even your husband is so rich, make money, no matter how little, let the money be in your name. That's one couple that we know today, they've been training for the past 3 years now. What happened to that lady when the man left her to go and marry another person? Dumped her. What did she do? It became obvious that she was the one that was running the affairs of that home behind the scene. Because it never affected her financially. That the man dumped her never affected her. Now she's just making wave all over. Now people know that, oh, she was actually the one behind the scene. And meanwhile, the man was answering Odogu all over the place. Imagine that she was redundant. Imagine that she was, just there answering full housewife. And what happened to her 3 years ago happened to her. What do you think would have been her fate? Looking for sympathy up and down. She'd have been looking for sympathy up and down. But today, she's a brand known all over the world. Known all over the world. She didn't leave her marriage. Her marriage left her. She didn't plan for her marriage to leave her. She had a beautiful marriage. Everything was okay. One morning she woke up, she didn't have the marriage anymore. Imagine that she had nothing to win. What do you think would have been her fate and the fate of her children? A lot of men, like I said, have gone the great beyond, leaving their wife desolate because they told her not to work. It's an error, a big error, for you to tell a woman not to work. Why is she a helpmate? Even if she didn't go to school, get her some business to do. First of all, it keeps her from being idle, because an idle man is the devil's workshop. Before you go out to work and come back, the woman has fermented trouble for you because she's idle. But if you go to work and she goes to do something, by the time you come back, you're tired. Everybody will retire, eat and go to sleep. So you, the men that will tell your wife not to work, that is the result of it. Why would you tell a woman not to work? Is she disabled? Is she incapacitated? Do you have a brain in her head? You're not helping yourself. After they will say, oh, all the men just expire, the women are just enjoying. No, if you overwork yourself, nobody should overwork themselves. In a marriage where you have 2 people, everybody, all hands should be on deck to make sure that the family is doing well. I can understand when the man is trying and it's not, things are not happening well, or the man is trying to, but make effort, do something before something will do you. You cannot tell a woman, sit at home and be taking care of you. Why? Why is she sitting at home? Why would she be productive? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we have done justice to this topic. Please, if you are in a comfort zone, it's just an illusion. There's no comfort zone. Because it's only a matter of time. The things that will jolt you out of that zone will jolt you out, and you have yourself to blame. Yep. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for connecting with me. If you will be, thank you. With Jimmy. Okay, with Jimmy saying, I think there are still other ways you should have gone about the situation than leaving. With Jimmy, thank you. Even though you came late too, thank you for that comment. We appreciate you. We told her that too. Okay, hi Chief Obando, thank you. Thank you so much, Godfrey. Thank you, K Foster. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ekri's voice. Thank you so much. Thank you, Precious Okore. On point. Thank you so much. Fidele Ebebo, thank you. Thank you so much. And so forth. Thank you. Lola Richard, thank you so much for connecting with us today. Sister Vera, thank you so much. Linda, thank you so much for connecting with us. I appreciate you. If I didn't call your name, please pardon me. I'm just calling the ones that I'm seeing on this display right here. Thank you so much for connecting with us today. I hope you have learned something. I hope you have learned something. If you are sitting at home as a full housewife, please be half housewife and go out there and be useful to yourself and to the community, okay? Thank you so much. God bless you. Let's do this again next week.
Lifereals with Florence onuma.
One step at a time.
My name is Florence Onuma. I am the anchor of Lifereals. Lifereals was created to reach out to people that need somebody to talk to, a shoulder to lean on, an avenue for people to express themselves instead of blocking things up.
Don't need to be worried. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. Yeah. I know you've been wondering.